Hello everyone, my name is Michael Young and welcome back to Factorio using the C-Block mod pack. So last time we built this monstrosity, and I hate it, I just hate it. It's gotta go. And I'm a little annoyed because I forgot to hit record when I started, so I actually went on for about 20 minutes, and now I have to redo it again. My bad. We'll let that clean itself out, but eventually I want to replace this entire bit because it's terrible. So what I'm looking now towards is using up this dust, and it's going to be a little complicated, I think. I hadn't realized that the recipe for turning dust, or for turning crystal slurry into mineral sludge, requires mineralized water, not just purified water like the slag slurry does. So we need the minerals from here, the rock from here, in order to do the filtering. There'll still be excess, they'll still produce excess, but it's not as good as I thought. So, too bad. I want to have some more space to replace this mess. I want to work out a better layout. Oh, we're out of that already. Let's go pick up some more. We should have some stuff up there. These guys are out of charcoal. Let's go get some more. We've made great strides in the past few episodes, but there's still a way to go. At least this time I'm leaving this section up. I mean, when I was first playing this in the 0.15 C block, it took forever before I even bothered to do green science. I think we were like another 10 hours before we had any automation of green science. Now we have very slow automation of green science, but you know, still, it's going. I hate that those blink, but what can you do? I want to just replace this entire block because it's terrible. But not yet. We'll go ahead and let it filter out, so we don't have to pick up a ton of stuff. Nope. What should I get next? This whole thing going towards fuel oil might be good. Where's solid fuel? Or do I already have it? No. There's solid fuel. Solid fuel from naphtha, from fuel oil, and you can make fuel oil from liquid fuel. Sure, let's get that. Oh, we can't. We don't have the prereqs. Okay, let's start getting those. So what I'm trying to figure out right now, well, once we have this sorted out, is how are we going to start turning this into mineral, into the different ores. It's a little complicated. How do we do this without making it look this ugly? And I think the key is going to be a lot of redundancy. A lot of belts that we don't need to have, just so that they don't look so terrible. Because this is just shameful to look at. I feel embarrassed to have made this. We need a new pick. Soon enough. Can I get through there? No. I don't even have one of these. I could grab this one. Yeah, I'm surprised how much the copper is holding me back. For so long it's been iron, just iron everywhere. That's the problem. And iron still is a problem everywhere. We're just, it's the one that happens to be backed up at the moment. Basic circuits, though. Definitely a problem there. Let's get rid of this. It's all bad. It's all terrible. Don't know what I was thinking. Because I am perfectly willing to spend the next 2 hours or whatever just trying to get the belting right. I don't think it'll take that long, but better to spend it doing that than live with this monstrosity for even another half hour. Used up our pick. I am still worried about sulfur. I mean, we have the technology now to go ahead and do ceramic, but I don't think that if we switch over to ceramic, the ratio of mineral sludge. So we get we get 30 wastewater for 50 slag slurry using the charcoal. If we switch over to ceramic, you only get 10 for 35, which is a lot worse. It's like going from 60% to 25-ish%. So, and right now, this cycle is just very, with the charcoal, is very slightly positive. We're slowly accumulating sulfur. Eventually we'll have sulfur, we could grab it from down here, from these guys, to help reinforce that. But still, it's a problem. Why did I come over here? I was going to grab... Oh yeah, I was looking for iron. For steel. So I can make another pick. Go ahead and make two, man. Be extravagant. We have all the time we need. So yeah, this episode's kind of just gonna be tearing apart what we did in the last episode. Too bad. Sometimes I think I have brilliant ideas, and well, upon reflection, a lot of it just doesn't hold up. But we can salvage this. The core idea is sound, just the implementation was terrible. Alright. Let's get rid of these, sure. We'll figure out how to get water into these at some other point. Okay, how are we gonna do this? There's... This will be less space efficient than what we just did, but it won't be god-awful looking. So my plan is we'll go north, and we'll split off by color. So... I suppose technically the idea... Wait a minute, let me look at my thing. Each of these is producing... Not crushed. Where's the actual minerals? This many. Oh, 5.95 geodes per second. No, not per second. It's the sum of that. Six. That's not right. It's 5.95 geodes per run, not geodes per second. I don't know why I think maybe all my calculations were off the way I did that. Because we were doing it all, we were assuming that we're getting that per second. We're not. Oh, never mind. So, this run, this recipe, happens in 5 seconds. It's 3.333. So in practice, we're getting 1.785 geos. Yeah, we did that before. 1.785 geos. Which means that these are all grouped by 4, but really 3.75 because we can't supply. Is that enough for 2? That times 2 is 13.3, which is a bit more than a belt can cover. Oh, that's frustrating. That means I can't just merge 2 belts. And, well, I could. It would just back up. Which is fine. Let's just back it up. So, yeah, sure. Let's just put this like this. There. Inventory full. Or should I put it on this side? I can see putting it on this side. Let's do that. There. Now they're right next to each other. Now we can start splitting off colors. So the upper priority is to the left, and we're gonna only take the blues. Is that gonna work? No. It would need to be one higher. we'll have a belt of reds, or blues, just from that. And just duplicate that several times. Do I like how it looks? Not really. We can do better. Like that. Is even this necessary? Wait a minute. So if we were to put this there, you could go like this. Yeah, that's better. I like that a lot. That's much nicer. And of course, these can just keep going. Alright. So then how are we going to feed it into the crushers? There was something I wanted. That wasn't this. It was farming. Let's get the desert upgrades going very slowly, because I need 4 per. But I would love to get our garden start multiplying. So I think we're always going to want 2. And these are always going to have the same product, I suppose. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work fine. Okay, and then the next one will be coming out right here. And we'll do the purples. Same sort of deal. This hops. This comes up and goes around. There. I don't think we want to try to put the output of all of them onto the same belt. Not till we split the belts, at least. So we'll probably need to cut it somehow. I like that. We'll have a meet in the middle. We'll do 3 and 3. I probably should be placing these more intelligently instead of just doing them in order, but too bad. This is working, right? I think this is gonna work. There just didn't happen to be any blues in the first set. We need some more space. I don't like how big the box is. I mean, it's if I'm laying out like a ton of landfill, I'm sure it'll work out fine. But since I'm trying not to be ugly, it can be a little irksome. Are we gonna have enough of these? Yes. No. Yes, just barely. We're gonna need a lot more undergrounds, though. And more. No, we have enough splinters, probably. Splitters. I keep wanting to call them splinters. I don't know why. Let's not hook that up yet. Just because that will be when they'll start flooding in. We'll make sure we're happy with how it looks first. Okay, so this would be there. And this will be not yellows, but like greens. I'm recording this time, right? Yeah. Okay, good. Sorry if I seem a little weird. I'm in a good mood. Yeah. It's a little unusual for me. What do they say? Ebullient? Something like that. It's possible I've never actually heard that word before, and I'm just pronouncing it like I read it. Which is always a problem. Those rare words that you read but never actually hear in conversation. Like macabre, which is of course macabre. But I read it in my head as macabre for so long that I always have to correct myself. Macabre. These don't need to be split. They're only going to have one thing left. Scion here? Is it Scion or Cyan? It's probably Cyan. I've just been saying it wrong. Someone told me I had like a an Eastern European accent, and I didn't know how to respond to that. I mean, I'm American. Anyway. Okay. I am liking this so much better already. I don't even care if it doesn't work. Just that it looks so much better. I don't like how it seems like you can like place underground belts on top of belts now without having to delete the old belt. That bothers me a little. Okay, this is blue. Purple. Yellow. Cyan. And red. The top, they're going to be coming down. Now putting in. This would be a great time to have the next tier of power poles. But lacking that, we'll just place twice as many small electric poles. That's not good. Don't do that. What am I doing? I am placing these and grabbing some extra iron, and then I'm grabbing that stack of circuits. That's what I'm doing. Why are these all backed up? Not enough copper for those. Oh well. Are these backed? Are these stopped? Not quite. But let's go ahead and top them off with charcoal. Actually, I didn't want the bricks, I wanted the actual stone. That's a terrible idea. Just make it really redundant, sure. I hate that. That's not good. That's not good. Can we get away with corners? Yeah, okay, corners. Outsides we can't get away with. Or we can't avoid. I think that's gonna work. Let's see how it holds up. My worry is this belt. Like we might have wanted to output on this belt. Like to make another line right here. I think it'll work out though. Alright. So I want to grab all the rock off both of them. Both sides. Should I leave room? No, I think we're good. I think we're good. Like this. Actually... we could just do it right here. I mean, well, we'll fix the power in a moment. We'll send the rock left. And the dust right. From the perspective of this thing. And then we'll do all our liquid over here. Our mineralized. Maybe? let's go ahead and balance at least the two belts. Okay, I'm not sure that this is actually more effective. In fact, look here, we just missed a little bit right there. I'm not sure this is any more effective than the previous way of doing it, but it sure looks prettier. And really, that's what counts at the end of the day. So, I should have left some room for us to put the liquid, the mineralized. So, liquefiers. We're going to need a ton of liquefiers. Well, how much can a single liquefier eat? So it would be. It's not going to be limited by the crafting speed. It's going to be limited by the inserters, which means eventually we're going to upgrade them to purple, to blues. So we'll be limited by the crafting speed. Just a moment. Let me look at this. I know we've calculated this several times. Way up at the top. Mineralized. 15 crushed becomes... Okay. So it can read in 15 crushed per second, which is more than the belt can supply. So 2 liquefiers will eat up both of those belts. Really? I guess so. I was thinking we need a ton of liquefiers, but instead we just kinda need 2. Where am I underground? Did I run out? I must have. We haven't hooked up water to these yet. Should do that. be cleaner if we had one of those water bores. Let's just go ahead and put this here for now. Alright, so there's all the mineralized. Now we need to deal with the, actually no, before we do that, let's start making some sulfur. So for that we need a chemical plant, which we have. How do we do this again? Hydrogen sulfide gas plus O2. So we'll need to borrow some O2 from over there. Never mind, let's do this, well, no, we should do it right here. It's just gonna, no, it should be right here, it's just gonna be complicated to get it, O2 over. Right now the hydrogen sulfide is all on different belts. Let's see if we can unite them somewhere. Can I get through that? I think I might have just locked myself in. From that side. I'm gonna bump into that wall so many times. Okay. How do I have an odd number of these? Oh, that's annoying. I'm gonna be looking for the one I missed forever. Eh. I need an overflow. I already have one. I think that should work. These aren't going. Why not? Because we're not eating up that fast enough. For now, just put this in a box. We do have all this mud we have to be aware of. Someday we'll need to do something with it. Alright. So the next bit is to need to make the sulfuric acid. How do we make sulfuric acid? Sulfur dioxide gas and okay. Let's get rid of these. They're in the way. We're gonna need more chemical stations. Chem plants. And more liquefiers. Oh, we have a ton of them. Wait a minute. Cancel those. Why do we have so many chem plants? We must have thought we needed a bunch at some point. But liquefiers we only have 6 of. We're gonna need more. Infiltration units. Where are those? There. And they're also going to need a ton of pipes to get them all hooked up right. And they'll also need assembling machines to deal with their the filters. Which means they'll also need some raw filters. Some filter frames. To get the whole process going. This bit isn't actually doing anything anymore, is it? Stopped automating the windmills a while ago. Now we're just burning power. I think this is okay. So this is going to eat up copper until this backs up entirely. Then copper will get by and get used, and this will need to be backed up again. Unless we steal, which we have been doing. So that's fine. I want to figure out what I'm going to need to do to get rid of the dust. And to get rid of the dust, I think we need 10. I think we need 10 of these slag slurry, or crystal slurry makers. Because we're processing 5 crystal dust a second, and I think this entire thing produces 50 dust per second. With all of them going. Which means we're going to need a lot of sulfuric acid. I didn't think about the sulfuric acid side of things. Oh well. We'll see what happens. Are liquefiers done? They are. Well, definitely. What happened to my other pipe to ground? There's a pipe to ground orphan around here somewhere. I don't see it. There. That one goes nowhere. That's it. Or if not, then there are 2 orphans around here that will bring me back up to an even number. Okay, we'll figure out the sulfur. We'll do this whole bit down here will be sulfur. We're gonna use the sulfur up here. So how am I gonna do this? How much does each machine pull in? Where is it? Way down at the bottom. Further down. I might not have calculated this. I don't think I have. No. So we're saying 10 dust and 15 sulfuric becomes 50 crystal slurry. Are you sure I haven't done this? I'm pretty sure we did this. Right there. Yeah. That's it. So it needs to read in 5 dust. Each machine needs to read in 5 dust a second, which is going to be annoying. We'll need to use blues. I think we'll need to use blues. Because we can't do that sort of wrapping around like that. Wait a minute. If each machine needs to read in 5 dust per second, and we need 10 of them, then we would need to be able to bring 50 dust per second to them, to the machines. That's not right. Either that or I totally screwed this up. Because this is able to produce like a 13 dust per second. Oh. We might have to redo this, but I don't want to deal with it right now. Let's just lay out a bunch of crystallizers and we'll work out exact ratios some other time. No, that's gonna take up space. We'll have to do it all. We'll have to do the joining down below, like right here. So acid there, and we'll put the slurry right there. Yeah, these can't output. I think I might have screwed up the logistics. I think we might have needed to have, to do it in pairs. We'd have 3 output belts. We can rework it later. Let's just get a little bit of sulfur going. This is barely producing anything, because these are barely producing anything. That's a concern. And we'll need purified water. which I did not plan for at all. Man, this is a proof of concept. We'll figure out the sulfur better in the future. There's also the issue of us pretty much obsoleting this little rig by doing this, but oh well. Eventually we can produce purified water from water treatment instead. And then I ruin it completely. And again, I ruin it completely because of not paying attention. Let's just completely destroy this and redo it from scratch. Or we'll never get rid of this excess oxygen. Excuse me. I had to sneeze. This is very ugly. It's very ugly, but I'm just building it to see if my if this bit up there works. Well, we can redo the purified later. Make it something to not be ashamed of. There. Which side? This is it. Alright, now we have the crystal slurry. Filtering is going to be annoying. So this is a terrible idea, but I'm just going to go with it for the moment. We'll clarify the excess heavy mud, just so that this is always producing, well, it would be. We had hooked this up correctly. But it's always producing a little bit of hydrogen sulfide. And let's go ahead and build some cross connects there. Just to get the sulfur production coming in, because look, we're already out of sulfur. Just from the little bit we did. We can disconnect them directly. If there's a spot for it. There might not be. There. So we'll always have a little bit of sulfur production. Probably not as much as we need. Okay, we're hitting an hour, so I think I'm going to take a break right there. I am quite happy with this. I mean, I don't think it works entirely, but it looks so much better than the previous arrangement. So, yeah. Thank you, everyone, for watching. My name is Michael Young, and this is Factorio, using the C-Block mod pack on 0.16.